Hello and welcome to the Sanctuary of Healing, a complementary therapy centre located deep within the beautiful Ribble Valley, here in the county of Lancashire in the northwest of England. Hi, I'm trance medium Michael G. Reccia.
And I'm Tony Clarkson, founder of the Sanctuary of Healing.
And today we're going to be taking a look at the background to the Joseph communications.
And you're all very welcome. Come on in. Okay, and so here we are again. And Michael, I thought it would be really good to start with an explanation of who exactly the Band of Light are.
Yes.
And I know that from a start it sort of expanded from there.
Yes.
And I wonder whether you could explain to the viewers those connections that made the initial Band of Light and then those connections.
Yes, there have been 7 connections, important connections, all of which have been by design rather than by accident, to allow this mission to take place. And it's taken many years to put those contacts together. The first one was Joan, my spiritual teacher, and I met her as a result of sitting in an open spiritual circle. In other words, a circle where people could go on a weekly basis to develop their mediumistic skills. And at the end of one such session, I was left staring at a lady opposite in this circle of chairs that had been put together. And I thought, I know you. I've seen you somewhere. You're a nurse. And I hadn't on a physical level met Joan at all. Right. So that was the first contact. Okay. And as a result of that, briefly, we sat together for 7 years, once a week, and she developed my mediumistic skills.
That's a strong discipline.
Yes, it was, yes. And a very strict discipline, as we'll investigate in future interviews.
And I understand that at the end of the 7 years, you could actually synchronise what you were seeing psychically to what she was seeing psychically.
Well, before then, as we were developing my gift, it was set up by higher authority that Joan could begin a reading for someone, and then I could tune into what she was seeing and what she was hearing. I could do the middle of the reading, and then she would complete it. So it gave me great confidence in that I could tune into what Joan was seeing and vice versa, and that I wasn't going mad in what I was seeing. It wasn't imagination, but I was actually talking to people from higher dimensions and bringing through information on behalf of people here who needed to hear from their relatives and friends.
And it was evidenced by the fact that both of you were getting the same story.
Yes, absolutely.
Amazing.
Absolutely, yes. And
amazing.
We could describe the guides who were working with us as well, which gave me confidence.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So where did it go from there?
Well, years later, I was working as an editor on a magazine and needed somebody to publish that magazine. Walked into a printer's that had an art department, and one of the people there was David. We struck up an instant rapport. I told him that I was a medium, which I didn't do with many people because I wasn't sure at that time how people would take what I did. And he had studied esoteric material, and just took it in his stride that I was a medium, and then expressed a desire as we became friends and started working on various projects together to be involved in some spiritual project with me. So when the time came to start channeling Joseph, he was the one that I chose as the first contact to build power to enable Joseph to come through.
And I understand David has mediumistic ability.
Yes, he has. That's not the road that he's chosen to go down, but had he chosen to go down that road, he would have been a very effective and very accurate medium. The next contact was Jane, my life partner. And Jane, on this level, contacted me because she had had problems in her house, in a bedroom, and felt disturbance and felt that there was someone there that was threatening her over many nights. That is a story in itself. That problem was sorted, but then we eventually got together as a couple. And it was revealed to me by one of our very trusted guides that we are both halves of the same soul.
Amazing.
Which seemed shocking to me at the time, but has proven itself time and again since that time. And that we were put together and brought together to enable us to bring through and further strengthen the energies that are needed by the soul group to enable Joseph to talk to us.
Wow. I understand also that the name, the Band of Light, was given to you by Spirit.
Yes, by Joseph. Yes.
And I should say at this point also for the viewers that Joan actually isn't a member of the Band of Light. Joan has passed.
Yes, John's passed many years ago.
Yeah.
Her role was to put me on the path to mediumship.
Okay.
But nevertheless, she is part of the same soul group,
Right.
Joseph's soul group,
Yeah.
and can often be seen by me on the periphery, on the outskirts, as it were,
Yeah.
of a connection. So I can see her standing there, and she sometimes comes to visit and talk to me.
She's a member on the other side.
She is, yes.
Yeah, that's
yes.
lovely.
Yes, indeed.
And so we have David and we have Jane. What happened next?
Well, we have yourself, Tony. And
I thought
think
you'd
it's,
never get round to that,
I think
Michael.
it's over to you where this vital next connection was made.
Okay.
How that came about.
Well, I'd never heard of you. I'm ashamed to say I'd never heard of Jane or David or the Band of Light. But as a spiritual seeker for the last 25 years, I was constantly going on courses, attending seminars, reading books, and gaining knowledge gently about how it all works in the universe.
Yes.
But everywhere I looked, I didn't get one story that combined everything. And it was a situation where I can take a little bit from this book and a little bit from that. And I started building up my own view in my own mind. And it was only when I came across your book that I realized everything that I needed to know on this plane, on this planet, was in your hands. And the book came by accident, as I was driving home from one of these seminars one night, and the book appeared on my seat in the car.
Yeah.
And I got home and I stayed up all night reading it. It was like, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. This is the book that tells me everything. And then I rang you straight away, and the connection's been like that ever since. I've been a member of the Band of Light since.
Yes.
But it's only years later that I found out that actually a guy called Paul rang me up. Mark rang me up and he said, "Did you ever read that book I left on your car seat?" And I thought it was magical, spiritual
Not
guidance
so
that had put the
mysterious
book
means,
there.
but an essential move that had to be made so that we could make that connection.
Yeah, amazing connection as
Yes.
well. I mean, we've never looked back since,
No,
have we?
no,
Okay.
no.
So there's me, there's
Yep.
Jane, there's David, and there's you.
Yes.
But since then,
Yes.
the Band of Light has expanded.
Yes, we have two ladies in America
Yeah.
who came to us via a contact in America and stated that they too felt a harmony and a compulsion to get the message out, and are now working to do so across the United States, and have the same dedication that we have, and feel that the information is vitally important for humankind at this time.
This is Annalisa and
Annalisa
Lorelei.
and Lorelei, yes, yes.
And they're now doing work for the Band of Light?
Yes, indeed, and with the Band of Light to expand or to make available the books easily in United States and other areas.
And again, they read the book and they got it straight away,
Yes,
didn't they?
yes, indeed.
For them, it was similar.
Yes, so each of us has been placed here and placed within each other's orbit to extend our capability in getting this message out globally.
And there's been other incredible people as well.
Yes.
Would you like to tell us about the translations into Spanish?
Yes, we have a wonderful lady who is also part of is very humble, but is a vital ingredient in the Band of Light. Maria Luisa, who contacted us. She works for the United Nations, is an expert translator, and has translated all the books into Spanish for us. She's working on the final ones now. But word for word translations, and doesn't want any publicity or any fame out of it. Simply recognised that this is what she had to do, and sees this as her life mission and her vital contribution to mankind's spiritual awareness.
And not a penny has changed hands either.
No.
Incredible lady.
No, and a wonderful lady, yes.
And now we have another man, a Dutch professor.
Oh, yes. Yes, Professor Paul de Troyer, who is a professor of English literature in Holland, who again recognised the importance of the books and has translated two completely, which have been put out now as ebooks and
Fantastic.
paperbacks, and he's working on a third.
Amazing.
And he too is a wonderful, strong pillar that helps to hold up and maintain the Band of Light.
So, Michael, I thank you so much. I think that's made it so clear who the Band of Light are, how it all happened, and hopefully we can get together again and take our discussions forward with that understanding of who the Band of Light are.
That would be great, Tony. I look forward to that.
Thank you so much.
Take care.
Bye-bye now.
Bye. Thank you for joining us today. We've so much more we'd like to share with you. So please subscribe to this YouTube channel, take a look at our website, and also find us on Facebook.
And we really look forward to the next time we can get together. God bless you all, and thank you for joining us today.